What's up, y'all? This is another episode of the Really Deep Heart It podcast. Um, this is an episode that is during our whole quarantining pandemic, stay in the house, don't touch nobody, um, wash your hands 87 times per day, um, lifetime right now. Um, just want to touch on a few things. I am working from home, so that's a great blessing. Um, Definitely am eating. hmm I'm definitely being entertained, watching, all my shows and movies and all of that good stuff. Um, but I just wanted to touch on, like, I guess two little situations, nothing big. But as you all know, this podcast was built because, well, besides that, I wanted to do a podcast. I went through with making this podcast because of the situation that happened with my ex back in June or back in May. And I started the podcast a few days after that, so it was into June. It's about relationships, it's about love, it's about having people on talking about their relationships and their love in different scenarios and situations. And, I've had a few guests and I've been a guest on a few podcasts. But or so. I just had this thought, this overwhelming thought right now about what's really going on with my love life. Now, you all know I said about a month ago now, actually, I was like, I'm not flirting no more. I'm not doing none of that until I get myself right. I don't want to, you know, have no distractions. Um, that pretty much still holds up. Not to say I haven't broken that a few times. Definitely have flirted and stuff like that. But, definitely not as much as I have in the past. Haven't really entered into too many women's lives in these past month. But where this all puts me right now mentally is there was one person who I was starting to like a few months ago that did not work out. Um, I said I wasn't going to hit this person up, but with all that was going on, I wanted to check on this person. So I did send a text. I did not get a response. So that's done. Not worried about that. Um, but where it put me mentally, as far as relationships is, as far as relationships go, like with my ex, I realized about 2 days ago that because wait, remember when I said I had sent her something um, through Amazon, got her job and everything, sent it to her job. It was delivered. It did not cancel the order. Okay, no big deal. Whatever. Paid her back for the car door. Whatever. Didn't get a response, right? Wasn't expecting one. But it wasn't until a few days ago, maybe 2 days, 3 days ago, that it hit me that we are actually in a horrible time where people are definitely dying at alarming rates across the world. Now, yes, the flu kills, the regular flu kills, other things kill, but the contagious factor in this situation and us not knowing what it is plays a huge part in what's really going on in panic and things like that. And just the simple fact that even if this turns out to be nothing and we can kill it with, you know, Tylenol or Tussin, we are all still going through something right now. So it hit me 2, 3 days ago that with all of this is going on, she really has not said anything to me. That just really made me 100% now feel like this is it. And now I know we had already went there before, I had the episode about patterns and you've heard people talk. It's over, it's over. You know that it's over, but this is different. And it hurt, but not really. Like it's the pain like a paper cut. Like maybe like getting punched in the stomach, that kind of pain. It's not like overwhelming killing or anything like that, but the thought is really just pouring over me really tough. Like I can be real dramatic right now and say, "Oh my God, the world is ending. Like this is it. This is tough." You know what I'm saying? Like people ain't going to work. People don't have money. People are getting laid off. There ain't no tissue. All this stuff is going on. People are really being forced to be separated, yet still connecting. We have the DJ D Nice, who honestly I had never heard of him ever in life, which is probably bad on my part. But he had the world rocking, 100,000 plus people, 160,000, whatever the number was, 180, close to two, rocking over the weekend and continuing on. DJing had people coming together, shouting him out like big. A lot of stuff is going on. Movies are being released early onto our streaming platform so that we can watch them instead of going in. All of this stuff going on. Um, families are getting closer, but also older people are dying, so it's bittersweet. Well, I don't even know if that's bittersweet, but it's sweet and it's not at the yeah, whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. You got people worried about the kids. I mean, our kids aren't in school. All of this crazy stuff going on, and she hasn't said anything to me at all. Like, not even to check on me, not even to say, you know, I know things are bad with us, or, you know, just a simple, like, hey, just want to check on you, not trying to make it seem like everything's good with us or we going to be nothing like that. Not even a text to say, hey, how are you? And that's not in her nature. So it just really just made me realize like you gotta you can't even talk about her no more. Well, I'm doing it right now, but it really made me feel like you can't think about her, you can't talk about her. Like right now I feel stupid, actually stupid, because what happens is when I decided that I wasn't going to flirt and do any of that anymore, and try not to talk to as many women and all of that, I changed my profile picture on Instagram to me and her. It's small, so you can't really see her still. But one of the reasons why I was like I don't want to flirt and stuff because I don't like being rejected in any form. I feel like if you like me, you like me. Let me know. If we can talk and things can work out, cool. Let's do it, right? But I don't like being rejected. So when I was flirting and I was talking to people, talking to women, and then I would get rejected, what happens is it triggers something in me that says, oh, well, I already had the best anyway. So if you don't like me, something's wrong with you. You're tripping. And that's just really how I feel. So now I cut out for the most part, I cut out the rejection from people. But now, because I was like, I'd rather just be rejected by her. I don't want to be rejected by every woman that I talk to. I'd rather just be rejected by her and keep it moving. I can deal with being rejected by her. But this is a different type of rejection. Like everything I've described over the past, what, 8 months? 8 months now? 10 months actually? Let's June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, 10 months actually. Everything I described over the past 10 months about the ups and downs, the goods and the bads, the pretties and the uglies about my past relationship. It's like all of the negative is surpassing all of it now, because I'm really laying in this bed right now like this woman who I've been through so much with has not even had. I don't know. I don't want to. I mean, this may sound cliche, but I don't want to use the word. But I can't think of anything else to say. Does not even have the decency to check on me. Now I knew it was bad. I knew we had broken up, but this isn't just a regular breakup, and this isn't just a regular time either, right? So I'm really just like to that point now where I'm just like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. And on top of that, not only is this a strange time, I did send you mad money, and I did send you tea on accident, and still nothing. So it's like, are you? What world are you living in? Like, where everything is sweet right now? Like, what world are you living in where you feel like there might be another time where you'll see me again, and you can then just come to me and be like, hey, no, like I could potentially, you know, be part of this tragedy. Like I could, there's nothing separating me from, besides, taking the precautions of washing my hands and working from home. There's nothing that's keeping this disease away from me, this virus away from me. So it's like, are you even thinking about that? Are you thinking about that? This may really be it. And what if it really does get horrible? And what if it really does get very, very bad where, you know, maybe, we have close people to us that are affected by this. It's like you're okay with just not talking to me ever again. That's what's really just bombarded my brain, is that during, like, let's just be real. This would probably be like the worst time if we all survive this. This will probably be like the worst time we've all, in my generation, have all went through. I mean, like as far as like a global big thing that's going on. We didn't have to go to a war. Um, we had the recession, the housing crisis and all that, but we were still kind of young. It didn't really affect us. Maybe you had a parent that lost a house or something. Um, we've all experienced, death of family members and people like that. I actually had a very close person to me pass this past summer. Um, well, this person wasn't close to me. The person who it affected was very close to me. I mean to say. Um, so we've all been through stuff, but I mean on a bigger global scale where it's affecting all of us at the exact same time. This is probably like one of the biggest things that we'll all go through. And I just feel like this is her way of saying goodbye for real. Like, I did always think that we could be friends at some point after this, but this shows me that there's no way. Like, how do you come back and say, let's be cool? Unless you really lost your mind, you're really just out of it. How do you come back a month, 2 months, 6 months from now, or even after all of this is over, and then say hi, hey, how are you? How were you during that time? Like, no, like you should have at least checked on me then. And I have sent a text to check on her. I actually sent the text basically about the tea and all of that and said, hey, I sent this stuff. I tried to, cancel it, but the tea still went through. But it is tea. So, if you're feeling any, I tried to reassure that if you're feeling any symptoms and everything, don't worry too much. Just take the precautions. I love you and, be good kind of thing. At least I did my due diligence because that's somebody who I know that I actually care for. But then when you don't even respond to that, or you don't even like say anything on your own, when you get the feeling, it's kind of like either you're the fakest person in the world, or you're a monster, or I'm a monster to you. So you're treating me like I am the coronavirus. That's how much you want to stay away from me. Someone who you have a real history with, someone who you could have possibly had children with, someone who has comforted you through so much in your life. But now I'm such a plague on you, on your heart, on your well being that you can't say anything to me. And it's something that I really want to talk about, but I'm not, because I said I would keep it between me and her. But I will just say that that little thing makes this even more like, are you kidding me? More unrealistic, but it is real. And not even to touch on the fact that you reached out to me after all of that on my birthday, but they never said anything to me again. Like, how am I supposed to feel? That's like somebody telling you, I hate you, I never want to see you again, but then a holiday comes or a birthday comes around and then you hit them up. Where does that put that person in their head? And then you never say anything ever again. So that's kind of like where I'm at with that. I'm just I'm in shock and I shouldn't be. I'll just leave it there. I'm in shock and I shouldn't be. Um, so I will try to do better. I will try to do better in, you know, moving forward, moving on, leaving those feelings behind because I can expect other people not checking on me, which has also been the case. Um, People are thinking about themselves right now, and that's fine. I've reached out to, a few people, you know, but I'm not the type to, maybe I should be, but I'm not the type to reach out to a lot of people and, check on. I just don't do it. I just pray for everybody and hope everybody is good. But I have reached out to certain people. Um, and actually some people other than her haven't responded. But that's cool. That doesn't affect me the same way as her affecting me right now, but it's cool, you know. I am thankful that no one in my family has been affected by this. Um, at least no one that I know of in my family that's been affected by it. I have my son with me. We're good. And at the end of the day, I hope she's good. Hope her and her family is good. But it is kind of rubbing me the wrong way. But anyway, on a lighter note, that will also probably turn into a not so good note. um, the last three episodes have been about Chanel. I don't know if I should even tell her I recorded this one because, I mean, I think last time I told you I didn't know if the feelings were mutual because I like her. She's cool. Um, Regardless of everything I just said, she is someone who I wouldn't mind getting to know. Um, but I just feel like The last few episodes were about her, and my feelings have kind of, I don't even want to say grown. They just like, it's just something about her. She's cool. I'll just say that. So I just feel like I guess that's a step in the right direction as far as where I should be with relationships right now. I think I'll get through this. We'll get through this. And maybe my heart is actually healing because I feel like I have opened myself up to her. I feel like I've opened myself up to her more than I have anybody else since the other, which hope she's good too. But again, I reached out to her before this really hit. She didn't say anything either, so for her to hit me up later on too, you're kind of deleting yourself out of my life. And I guess that's what's supposed to happen. That's what's supposed to happen. Like, let nature take its course because I'm going to naturally do the things that I'm going to do. And then if this other person or that other person doesn't say anything back, then that's what's supposed to happen. So that's the way I have to look at it because I believe that whatever happens happens for a reason. It's not always a good reason, but it's always a lesson. It's always a teaching moment. So it doesn't matter if I'm missing somebody. It doesn't matter if I'm hurt by somebody. At the end of the day, when someone leaves your life, it definitely is for a reason. And I feel like both of them have left my life, and now someone else is not in my life but could be in my life. And I like that. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. But I wish her the best too. I hope she's good. I mean, I hope she stays good. We still, kind of text and talk or whatever. And I want her business to thrive. So I've shouted her out, you know. Um, and I think, you know, we'll continue to talk. But what I'm basically saying is that I'm able to actually say if it's not her, then it'll be somebody else after her. Y'all know the song Prototype, Andre 3000. Y'all know the song. She's a prototype. She's the type of person that will get me out of this. So if it's not her, it could be somebody else, right? Somebody like her. And that's not even the goal. Y'all know the goal for me is not to get into another relationship. That I don't care about getting into another relationship. So just want to say shout out to her once again. Um, Hopefully we'll talk soon. I do want her on another episode. I shared her episode with you guys. I hope you liked it. I know it was a little different, and I know it was kind of roundabout, but for me, it was deep because she was shuffling through her letterboard looking for X's, and she said, why? So if you get to the symbolism of it, it was about her listening or looking for her X, looking for the X, and asking questions about it. You just got to listen to it. And like I said, go to the IGTV video, and it's very ASMR ish. So maybe you can appreciate it. If you didn't appreciate it, you can appreciate it better if you actually go there. So I guess I'm going to wrap this up because that's really all I had to say. But once again, I'm not sad. I'm kind of hurt by the situation, but I'm not sad. I'm good. I'm actually really just thinking about getting in the shower right now because the schedules is all thrown off. So I've basically been taking my showers really late and then getting up in the morning and working throughout the day. Yeah, you don't need to know my schedule. But anyway, that's what I'm thinking about. That and eating. And I don't know why I want beer. Beer is so freaking nasty. It's gross. But I want some. And yeah. So anyway, hope everybody's safe. Corona is real. The Rona, as I've been calling it. Check out my Instagram page. Got some stuff on there. Check out the stories and stuff. Still check out the Novella Noir book. And be safe. Follow the directions. We're gonna make it through this. We will. And yeah. All right, I'm out. Dearly Deep Heart Head. I think this is episode 41, 42. I don't freaking know. All right. Peace out.